the fabulous Mexican Riviera, where the beautiful people come to find excitement.
McVeigh's about ready to make a huge buy.
But when the Heat team confronts a mysterious weapons dealer,
I thought you were dead.
Ashley is reunited with an old lover.
The man's a traitor.
Now her loyalty to the team will be put to the test. Turn up the heat on the next Acapulco H.E.A.T.
Your past is that no matter how hard you try to escape it, no matter how far you run, it always manages to catch up with you. Kat and I were both about to learn that lesson the hard way.
Beautiful day for a bit of exercise, hey?
Oh, man!
Who's winning?
It's not that kind of game, Arthur.
Come on, take that tie off. Let's play some ball. I don't think so. Now, croquet. Or cricket. Now, there's a game that you can outmaneuver your opponent with. But this, I mean, what's the sense of it all, really? Open your eyes, my brother. That's all the reason you need. Well, I suppose it is a rather valuable source of aerobic conditioning. That's a spirit. Anyway, I have some mail for you here. This is yours. Whoa. And this... Oh, return to sender.
Come on, let's play ball.
Come on. Mail call. Not for you. But for you, my dearest, I have a letter, bill, and a rather well-traveled piece of rag.
Wow. Looks like it followed you halfway across the world.
Well, that's the mail service for you. Very, very slow, but incredibly persistent.
Kind of like you. Hey, how come I never get any mail?
Oh, poor Mike. Nobody loves you.
I wouldn't say that. What is it? Bad news? Come on, you could tell me. Private matters are my specialty. Who's it from? Come on. What is it?
It's from a man I used to be involved with, Roger Darwell. We worked together for a while. He was with the C.I.A.
Was it serious?
Yeah. So is this. We had an agreement that if either one of us got into trouble and our respective agencies couldn't pull us out, that we'd send a coded letter.
So he's in trouble?
Was. MI6 told me he died a year and a half ago. But this letter is post-dated a month after his supposed death.
Well, now, how could the guy mail a letter after he's already dead?
Damn it.
Hey, don't blame yourself, sweetheart. Where did he die?
In a prison in Guantanamina.
Guantanamina? If I remember correctly, Guantanamina is most famous for its export of military coups. What was he doing there?
I don't know. But I am gonna find out.
Secure transmission incoming.
CIA confirmed that Roger Darwell died in a Guantanamina prison a year and a half ago.
What efforts were made to get him out?
The U.S. did a full court press on the diplomatic front. Beyond that, their hands were tied. Guantanamina is not a democracy. They follow their own rules.
Why didn't they send in a rescue mission?
I have no comment. They refused to give me further information.
This postmark from the grave is still bothering me.
It's probably for the better, Ash. You would have gone down there yourself, you would have gotten killed too.
What do you think his mission was?
Guantanamina was just starting to become a central clearing station for weapons sold on the black market. Since Darwell's death, the situation has gotten dramatically worse. All we know is that their arms trade appears to be spearheaded by a man named Fernando.
I want to go in.
Personal reasons or professional?
Both.
Mike, it's your call.
I'm with her.
Now, these people are starting to do business with major terrorist groups. Your priority has to be to stop them. I want this kept professional.
It will be.
Good luck.
And secure transmission.
You better travel light. Bring a small team. I'll have Arthur arrange for the visas.
Fine.
Hey, I'm sorry about your friend Roger. Sounds like he was my kind of guy.
What makes you think that?
We were in the same business.
You guys are opposites.
Didn't you know that opposites attract?
Believe me, it was virtually impossible getting tourist visas for Guantanamina. Good shot.
Well, you did get the visas, huh?
Well, a nightmare, of course. But for yours truly...
You okay?
No problem, just, warming up.
It looks like the prints you brought me match his ID. Juan Lopez, private investigator. Looks like he's legit.
And experienced.
Who besides about 100 jealous wives would want to have you jailed?
Cute, very cute, Chrissy. I've got a really bad feeling about this.
This is Juan Lopez. I've located the girl, but she's on to me. Put me through to... Yes, I'm having trouble contacting the sergeant. It's extremely urgent.
He can be reached at his office in London.
This is Juan Lopez. I found Catherine Pascal, but she's about to leave town.
We flew down to Guantanamina, but Kat was still concerned about her encounter with the Mexican private eye Juan Lopez.
So, Chrissy ran a check on him, and he turns out to be a PI.
Maybe that's all it was, a simple mistake.
Just doesn't feel right.
So what do you think, some guy gone off the deep end over you or what?
No, I don't think so. It's not like I've been doing a lot of dating lately.
All right, guys, listen up. This whole operation is definitely being run by Fernando. We do not have a location on him yet, but we know it is somewhere in this section of the city.
Do we have a picture of him? Or at least a good description?
Neither one. Nobody sees Fernando. He is the invisible man. But Marcos here may have a lead on him.
Yeah, one of the guys who works for him is named Jorge. Jorge is hiring new personnel. I've applied for a job.
We know that Fernando communicates through computer network internet, but Chrissy has not been able to intercept or decode anything yet.
So where do we start?
That depends on Marcos.
You've all passed the test, but I only need 2 more men. You and you. Come with me.
You'll be paid at the end of the job.
Don't ask questions. Here, the curious and the dead are one and the same. Understand? Load it up.
I knew it was important to concentrate on the mission, but old loves die hard, and my heart was still more than a little preoccupied.
The Guantanamina government refuses to release the coroner's report on Roger.
So what do you think they're trying to hide?
I don't know, but I'm going to go find out. Mike, you don't have to come. This is personal.
You actually think I'd let you go by yourself?
Never. Anything new on Marcos?
He's inside. Still no sign of Fernando. Kat and Tommy are right here.
And the morgue is right here.
Smells like my high school science lab. Remember we used to dress up the frogs, have a little celebration. Oh no, look, they got Mr. Smith.
Mike, please don't.
Hey, it's either that or drill you on this Darwell character, which I've actually promised myself not to do. Unless, of course, you'd like to offer any information.
No, thank you.
Got it.
Just when I was beginning to enjoy myself.
Anything so far?
Waiting here for Marcos. Still hasn't gotten in the villa yet.
Well, the guy who hired him has been hanging out with that girl over there. I'll keep an eye on her and see if he shows up. Maybe we'll get lucky and they'll meet Fernando for lunch.
Yeah, right. Talk to you later.
I got him, Tommy.
Jorge's back at the villa.
Good. I got a visual on Marcos. Over.
We'll maintain silence for the next 20 minutes. Over and out.
Catherine Avery Pascal, you're under arrest.
You're crazy.
I am Sergeant Reg Saunders from Scotland Yard, and I'm placing you under arrest.
How on earth did you find me?
A tourist visa was issued in Mexico City in your name 2 days ago.
You can't do this.
1 year ago, next week, you broke into the Sylvester residence at 5 Eaton Square and stole a pendant valued at £500,000.
That charge was dropped.
Oh, it was not dropped, Miss Pascal. It, disappeared.
Exactly. That's why it's none of your business anymore, is it?
Oh, no. It's very much my business. For 2 years, I was after the famous cat, and I found her. Now, I want her back.
Before you start making a major mistake, I suggest you have a conversation with your superiors.
Oh, I've had that conversation already. I found it less than satisfactory.
Sergeant Sanders, that charge was frozen.
I made a deal. So you can forget about me, okay?
You were the youngest, most beautiful cat burglar Europe ever saw. Why on earth would I want to forget about you?
Aren't you just a little bit outside of your jurisdiction? Like, say, 10,000 miles?
Oh, I can't think of a nicer way to spend my vacation. You're coming with me?
Tommy, abort the surveillance. Meet me at the beach.
Why?
Just do it!
So what do the coroner's reports say?
Next to nothing. Cause of death, trauma to the head resulting from a fall. Vague, to say the least.
I'll tell you what. I'm gonna go upstairs and wait for Tommy and Kat to check in, all right?
Sanders was the officer who arrested me. I get printed, they take pictures, then they take me to this office upstairs where there's this big guy offering me a deal.
Get out of jail for free.
Yeah. Deal-wise, I go to work for C.I.A. and join the H.E.A.T team.
In exchange for which they drop the charges.
No, they suspended the charges for 1 year. But if I stayed with the H.E.A.T team for that year, then they drop it.
You gotta tell Mike and Ashley.
Tommy, if Mr. Smith finds out about Sergeant Sanders, he will pull my security clearance.
He'd have to. I mean, with this guy on your tail, you're an accident waiting to happen.
Well, what am I gonna do? If I lose my security clearance, I'm off the team. And if that happens before next week, I'm going to jail.
It's your call. But if I was you, I'd just be straight with him.
Ashley!
Roger? Oh! I thought you were dead. Yes.
I heard you arrived. A year too late. Gather you are otherwise engaged.
No, I only just got the letter a few days ago. Roger, the company thinks you're dead.
They had already set the date for my execution. I was rather devastated that day when I sent the letter.
And it took a year to reach me.
How could I know that? I thought you might have received the letter and... I don't know, just didn't care enough to come after me.
Surely you know me better than that.
There's no longer anything that's certain in this world, Ashley. My country abandoned me. The company abandoned me, and when you didn't come, what was I supposed to think?
That maybe just the letter hadn't gotten to me.
By then, it no longer mattered. They would have killed me. So I made a deal to save my life. If I gave them information of the company's operations in their country, they would release me from their prison and pay me generously. I did, and they did. I did it only so that I could save my life. You would have done the same.
Maybe not.
I have a lot of explaining to do.
No, I don't want to tell Mr. Smith.
You told me.
That's different.
Ashley, the man's a traitor. He exposed an entire covert operation. What about the agents' lives he might have compromised?
I don't know.
Why is he still here?
I don't know that either.
You certainly didn't ask a lot of questions, did you?
That's why I'm talking to you.
All right. We'll leave Mr. Smith out of it for right now. And just keep it between you and me.
Thanks, Mike.
Who is it?
It's Cat.
What about Marcos?
He's okay. He's at the villa.
What's the matter?
Sergeant Sanders, the man who arrested me in London, he's in Guantanamina. I guess we have to tell Mr. Smith.
Well, now that we're keeping secrets from Smith, why stop at one? You think you can handle this guy?
Well, up to a point. Unless he brings in the local authorities.
Then we call Mr. Smith.
Until then, we have a job to do. They're watching Marcos very closely. You and Tommy infiltrate the perimeter of that villa. See if you can find out about that alleged shipment, all right?
I'm on it.
Well, so we're out on a limb now, on 2 counts.
Sometimes I think we work best in that position.
Grace under pressure? How about dinner tonight?
Sorry, Mike. Other plans.
Him?
Him.
You know, I don't mind a little competition, but how could I possibly compete against a guy who's been dead for over a year?
Out, you.
Cheers. So, Ashley, don't you think we deserve a second chance?
It's not that simple.
So, what's the problem?
Roger, I came down here for 2 reasons. You.
Yeah, well, here I am.
And a man called Fernando.
Fernando? What do you want to do with him?
You know who he is?
Yes, everybody in Guantanamina knows who Fernando is. Fernando is the one that saved my life.
Why?
I had some information he needed. Guantanamina was involved in the arms trade in a small way. Then Fernando turned up and showed him how to break into the big time.
Do you know about his background?
No, nobody does. I mean, my guess is that he came out of the terrorist trade, burned a few bridges, and, had to disappear.
Have you ever seen him?
No. No one has ever seen him. Now, why are you so interested in Fernando?
Business.
So you really didn't come down here to find me after all?
Correction. I did come down here to find you, but I was sent down here to find Fernando.
Can't you just settle for little old me?
I wish I could.
There was a time where I would have been enough.
Marcos reported that Fernando's latest shipment was almost ready to go. We needed a break, and we needed it fast.
Marcos, you read me?
Yeah. Fernando's probably here, but they're watching me too closely.
Tell Cat there's an open door on the ocean side of the villa.
Okay, we're on our way.
We knew Fernando was almost ready to ship a major quantity of arms. There was every chance that he would disappear shortly thereafter. It was now or never. We had to ID the mysterious Fernando immediately. That meant getting inside his private quarters. It was up to Tommy and Cat.
All the crates are ready. They're loaded.
I'm in position. Am I clear?
Affirmative. Go for it.
Get me Fernando. This is Jorge.
It's all ready, Fernando.
How are things coming along?
Ian McVeigh will be treated as an honored guest.
Well, I certainly hope so.
You'll be here in about 15 minutes then?
That's correct. See you there.
Yeah. Okay. The mortar rounds go on the last truckload with the rocket launchers, all right?
Got you this time red-handed, eh?
Get back!
Get it! Secure the house! Check the crates.
Tommy, get me the hell out of here!
I got you covered.
Still don't know when, but at least now we're closing in on who the arms are going to.
Are you absolutely sure that the name that you heard was McVeigh?
Yes, Ian McVeigh. It was clear.
The name means something to you?
Roger and I put away a particularly seedy terrorist called McVeigh about 3 years ago.
And?
I don't know. Maybe nothing.
I've accessed Fernando's email with internet. His last communique came from Ian McVeigh.
Ian McVeigh escaped from prison 3 years ago and formed his own group, the Gaelic Revolutionary Council. They freelanced to raise money for their own private army.
Looks like Fernando and Mr. McVeigh have become pretty close pals.
McVeigh's ready to make a huge buy from him.
Oh, that's no good.
All right. We can't wait any longer. Intercept and hold any further messages. Then send an email under McVeigh's code to Fernando. Tell him McVeigh can't come himself, that there's been a change in plans.
But he can expect McVeigh's representative today.
A female representative.
Okay. I'll make the arrangements.
Just got word from Marcos.
What's wrong?
Well, I saw one of Fernando's men leading Sergeant Sanders into the villa.
I want to go with you.
No, we stick to the plan.
You've got to be the first ex-con in history to be worried about her arresting officer.
I was walking straight into Fernando's hands, posing as a representative of the terrorist Ian McVeigh. I was determined to have the first shot at Fernando, the man who convinced Roger Darwell to turn traitor.
Can I help you?
I'm Jude. McVeigh sent me.
What's all this?
Fernando thought you might be interested. An English policeman. A valuable prize.
Is he well enough for us to take him back?
He'll live.
Good. I'd like to bring him back to the hotel with me, and I'll come back and inspect the merchandise.
Of course. I'll have to check with Fernando first.
Mi casa es su casa. Welcome to my home, Ashley.
Roger.
Roger Darwell's dead. My name is Fernando. Con mucho gusto, señorita. Your gun, please. Querida.
Ashley, can you read me?
Something's gone wrong.
Come in, over.
Marcos, Ash is late and her homing device is broken. Do you copy?
Yeah, loud and clear.
See if you could recon the position. Over.
All right, I'm on my way.
How could you do this?
I told you. It's because of Fernando that I'm alive. No, not that one. That one stays. Thank you. Breathtaking view, isn't it?
The best that money can buy.
I didn't do it for the money. I did it for revenge. To get even for those 6 months my government left me to die in that prison.
They have some very imaginative torturers here.
You knew the rules, Roger. You knew what would happen if you were caught.
Yes, of course. But they abandoned me.
They did everything they could to get you out.
Well, obviously not enough. When the day of my execution came, I was relieved. I lost everything. Everything I loved, including you.
That's not fair.
You can't imagine the feelings I had standing there in front of the firing squad, fully prepared to die. And then divine intervention, I suppose. Somebody thought that my expertise in the international arms trade might be of some value.
So you gave it away?
No, my love, I sold it to them. They provided the money, and I provided my expertise. And we split the profits, 50-50. I suppose you're right. This is the best view money can buy. Do you like it?
If I could enjoy it with a clear conscience.
Oh, Ashley. Still so idealistic. Still thinking in such simplistic terms. Right and wrong, good and bad, their side, our side. There's no such thing. There's no sides. There's no good and bad. There are only the winners and the losers.
Come in, Mike.
Mike? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, she's in hurt, but her cover's blown. Fernando's holding her at the villa.
Understood. We're on our way.
I suppose now is not the time to tell you that you won't get away with this.
Thank you for your analysis, Sergeant. But you're dead wrong.
He's right, Roger.
Sorry, love. Roger died in a Guantanamina prison almost a year ago. Nice chap. A little too trusting, too decent. And when I walk through that door, Fernando will cease to exist. I want you to walk through that door with me. I love you, Ashley. I will always love you. Or the memory of you. The choice is yours.
I can't, Roger.
Roger would have been brokenhearted. In fact, devastated. Fernando is merely disappointed.
The truck's loaded, Fernando. What do you want done with your guests?
This is your last chance. Please, Ashley, don't force me to leave you behind.
Scotland Yard will not let you get away with this.
Ashley, please stay out of the way.
No.
Jorge, get the truck!
I'm so sorry, Ashley. Let me die.
I can't. We had a deal, remember?
Yeah, I remember.
I'm taking you home.
Catherine Avery Pascal. I'm glad to see you've turned yourself to more respectable causes.
You're not going to arrest me?
No. Although your retirement from the cat burglar business is something of a blow. You were the best, you know?
Thanks.
The pleasure is mine.
Goodbye. We'll always have Eaton Square.
Good luck. Godspeed.
Well, your boyfriend Roger's on his way back to headquarters at Langley.
I wonder what they'll do to him.
Nothing good, hopefully.
Excuse me?
Oh, and the Guantanamina government expresses their concern and shock that such a thing could have existed in their country without their knowledge.
Trying to change the subject?
What was I supposed to think? You were on the guy like a cheap suit.
There's nothing cheap about it.
Oh, yeah, and McVeigh was arrested at the airport and returned to England.
Trying to change the subject again?
Why are you so interested in whether I was jealous or not?
I'm not interested. Oh, Scotland Yard formally dropped the charges against C.I.A.T.
Now who's trying to change the subject? Hey. I admit it. I was concerned.
All right, I admit it. I'm glad.
Figures.
The Mexican Riviera.
Paradise!
A world where natural beauty
Oh my
my God, we're stranded.
can hide sudden danger.
Trespassers will be killed.
Now, the team is stalked by a madman.
You on your way to meet your maker.
And an island paradise becomes a deadly battleground. The heat is always on, and the action is always hot. On the next Acapulco H.E.A.T.